Somebody at Volkswagen must have made a mistake. This is the new Polo, and it's a good little car. Build quality is great, it's grown up to drive, and it's spacious. But get this, Skoda, who are also part of the Volkswagen group, have actually built a better version of the Polo, and it's cheaper. Skoda Fabia. The question is, what's the catch? Right, let's get the important bit out of the way first. The Volkswagen Polo costs from £18,855. So what do you reckon the Fabia costs? Bearing in mind, it rides on the same platform as the VW and it comes with LED headlights, lane assist and a 6.5-inch infotainment screen as standard. So, what, maybe 18,000? 17,500? No, £15,910. That's right, yeah, £3,000 cheaper. Whew, blimey. Right, but hold your horses, because it's not as straightforward as that. Right, both cars, Polo and the Fabia, both get a 1-litre 3-cylinder petrol engine. But the cheapest Fabia has 64 brake horsepower. The cheapest Polo has 79 brake horsepower. And actually, well, when it comes to the 64 brake horsepower Fabia, I mean, it's quite slow. I mean, the 0 to 62 time is like 16 seconds. It will get you there. Might make you late, but it will get you there. So the best way to actually compare the two is to step up the Fabia to the 79 brake horsepower version, then look at them like for like, right? But the Fabia still works out £1,000 cheaper than the Polo, which is crazy. I mean, this version that we've got here, this is the SEL, so it's got 108 brake horsepower. It's slightly fruitier in the engine, but it's a very nice ride. I mean, it's quite comfortable. We've got a very nice, slick manual gearbox. Okay, so the Fabia is no firecracker, but it's a polished little hatchback. If you want the sharpest, most fun small hatch, then the Ford Fiesta remains the best bet. But the Skoda is more than acceptable. But look, it's not always just about speed, is it? I mean, this car has been designed for comfort. That's a good thing. I took it on the motorway to come here today. I took it on the M25. And at speed, it was fine. I mean, it picked up reasonably quickly. The road noise wasn't that bad. Wind noise wasn't as bad as I was expecting either. You got a little bit by the wing mirrors, but it wasn't too horrendous. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. With this being designed for comfort over power and performance, I think for some people that might just tick the right box. It might be the right thing for you, and I'm going to say it. This is more comfortable than a Polo. It's still £1,000 cheaper. Interesting. I'm trying to figure this out here because essentially they are the same car, and I'm thinking you're paying the extra £1,000 for the VW badge. The difference between buying designer jeans and jeans from River Island. Still decent jeans. So what's the catch? Well, so far the Fabia doesn't lose out to the Polo at all. In fact, it's a slightly more relaxing car. But where you might expect to see cost cutting is on the inside, right? Well, no, actually. I don't think there's been any cost cutting in here at all. I mean, it's quite a nicely laid out dash. There's some nice materials in here. I know this isn't denim, but it's got like a sort of denim-y vibe to it, and I quite like the stitching on it. Okay, it's not as snazzy as like a Peugeot 208, but I am not complaining. Entry-level models have got a 6.5-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, etc. This is slightly bigger. This is 9.2 inches. Again, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but it's all a wide connection, and it's fine. I mean, the graphics are pretty decent. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but it's not exactly the slowest. It's nice and easy to use. The dials, I mean, you've got analog dials, little TFT screen in the middle. I mean, it tells you everything you need to know. What more do you need? I like the steering wheel because I know I shouldn't, because you should be driving like this. But I am quite a lazy driver and I quite like to drive like this sometimes when I'm cruising. So I like that very much. You've got wireless phone charging, physical climate controls. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, and I think we should point this out. Carlos, can I have my coffee? Thank you. This is like the smallest coffee in the world. Look at this diddy little cup. And it only just fits in the cup holder. So I think if you go for like a bigger drink, I don't think that's going to fit in there. So bigger cup holders, please. Thank you, Skoda. So what is the Fabia's weakness? What do you get if you spend £1,000 extra and go for a Polo? We don't get a more practical car. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Because look back here. I mean, legroom's not bad for such a small car. I mean, that's set up for my driving position. I'm 5'6". I'm pretty comfortable back here. And the boot in the Fabia is 29 litres bigger than the Polo, which is actually the same size as the Golf, which is in the class above. So why did VW let this happen? If anything, the Fabia is a better car than the Polo, even if you take price out of the equation. It's pretty efficient too. It's a shame that there's no hybrid or electric option, but you still get over 50 miles per gallon. By the way, one thing that you don't get with a VW, free umbrella. So yes, we love the Skoda Fabia, or Skoda Fabia, however you want to say it. Fabia, potato, although I don't actually know anyone that says potato, but you know what I mean.